Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're gonna do some heated handle grips on a like late 80s, maybe early 90s Bravo. So here's the Bravo. So that's the color scheme. I don't know if anybody can tell the year by the color scheme or whatever. I haven't seen anything on it to actually tell me the year, but so anyway, got the Chempex heated handle grips. So it's just two handle grips. We got a control module. The wiring for it's just going to send our power and stuff. And the heated thumb grip. So this is part number, try to get my shadow out of the way here. Here's the part number and stuff for it, in case you're interested. So this should be a pretty simple install, I believe. It's saying in the instructions to come from the yellow wire, which I'm assuming would be just this one coming out here. So this is going to be our power. So apparently any of these older vintage machines, you can, as long as they got the yellow wire, you should be able to run like the heated grips or whatever. It just acts as an accessory wire. So we got I already mounted this little piece on. So this is the mounting grip for, or the mounting bracket. So this piece here is going to just glue onto that there. It's a little piece on the bottom here, just remove it, stick it on. That's going to work out all right. Everything is plug and play. So you got all your connections here. So it's got little diagrams on them here, like negative, positive, and this one here is for the controller. And so on this side, like for your wiring, it's got a same tab here, so plug that one into that one kind of thing. Not rocket science. So anyway, we got to get our grips off, take our grips off, and get into mounting stuff. So I'm gonna try to take these off with a bit of air, which usually works pretty good. We'll see. Nothing to it. Switch sides, you know. So the key to this is this is all hollow coming right through. So when you blow in one side, you got to plug off the other side over here, because if not, the air is just going to want to spit out through. Watch your eyes. That's the easiest way to get those off. Sometimes they can be a bitch. These here are 7/8 handle grips. So if you're ordering for these older machines, 9 chances out of 10 they're going to have the 7/8 grip. You're going to want to clean these up real good, and it calls for a bit of epoxy on the handlebar, and put the new grip on. But I don't know if we're gonna need to or not. I'm gonna try it first without it. Sometimes these goes on real tight. These are extremely tight. I don't think I'm going to get it all the way on there. So probably gonna have to lube these a small bit. Just a touch. If we would have put epoxy in that there, like I called for, you'd never in a million years get it on. We're actually gonna have to lube it up a fair bit more. Just gonna use just some 2-stroke oil or whatever you got. Go. That's not gonna come off. So don't be afraid to use a little bit of lube. Alright, so now we're gonna get into a bit of the wiring on this. So this is your wiring here. This won't your fuse into it. So it's just a 5-amp fuse, power wire, and ground wire. So I removed the ground wire, the main ground wire for the skidoo. This is the one. She won't run without this being on. So I know it's a good ground. I'm just going to ground it off on that. Should be good. Okay, so now for our power wire. So I came off this yellow wire right on down here. Get this out of the way. So this yellow wire comes right out from the magneto. So I came off that one there. I just snipped him in half. He's going on into this into this harness. So I'm really not even sure what he's for. It could be for like headlights or tail lights or something. But we're just going to splice them together. And I'm not going to get too fancy with this as of yet. I'm just going to kind of put them together, put a bit of black tape on them, because I want to make sure, because sometimes these older machines can be a little bit finicky with wiring. So all I want to do is just put a bit of tape around this, give it a try, and if it works properly, then I'll come back in, put proper heat shrink and stuff on this. But I don't want to go through all the trouble and then have to take it all apart again. So we're going to run this up through the center. Just going to get that up there. Right. Now, so all we got to do here now is, I guess the first thing to do is mount this thing on. There's no sense in not having this mounted now. Go and so now we want to look at our little tags. So this one here has got a tag of a controller onto it. Move that out of the way. It's got a little tag with the controller onto it here, and so does this one. So two of these go together, and these here, they don't have any tags on them at all, but from what I can tell, it doesn't matter. It's just a positive and a negative, and it doesn't matter which side, it's going to act the same. So I'll plug this one in. In here. This one here on the other side. This one is going to be for our thumb warmer. So he just comes off from the yellow and the green into our thumb warmer. Thumb warmer. Don't have them put on yet. Actually, I'm gonna leave the thumb warmer for now. I'm gonna test this first to make sure that this wire is getting the power here. I'm gonna make sure of that first. I'm gonna start her up and let her run for a few minutes. See if these are getting hot. Make sure the controller and stuff works. It's not gonna matter if the thumb warmer's on or not. So I'm gonna try that, and then we'll come back and install the thumb warmer. Okay, one thing I want to point out before it even goes any further, with these grips, where's the old one? The old one's here. So this is basically where they sit. So you got this little bit that's out over, and then a lip on the end. So what happens is you can't go nowhere. So I was gonna pull these back, and that's not happening. They're stuck good. So I'm loosening. There's a little bottom screw in this here. Bottom screw right here. Just loosen that up and just slide it back, and now you got full throttle again. And well, close enough, I'd say. It's gonna be good enough for the kids anyway. They don't need to be going crazy, right, Jade? Right, Mia? So anyway, helpful hint. Just be careful of these. If you're buying it for something like this and you don't have the room here, keep that in mind. Got my test pilots here now. Warming her up to see if they're going to work. Getting nice and warm. Everything seems to be working good. Perfect. Okay, so everything is working. I'm going to install the thumb warmer now. So you want to clean this up pretty good back here. So I'm just going to use a bit of brake clean. Make sure you get all the dirt and oil and stuff out of it, whatever's there. I want this to stick pretty good. So this is pretty well just going to go right here like this. So just want to peel off this little bit of stuff here. Perfect. We'll run our wires now in a minute. And we got this heat shrink. Just goes on over. And I can't find my heat gun, so we're going to do it with the torch. Hopefully I don't burn it up. But you're going to have this overlap right here. I think that's probably going to be okay. Hopefully this will shrink up, and then I'm going to fold this over and get it to stick in behind. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. I'll turn this down good and low, just so there's a bit of heat. Just gonna grab a glove. It's probably gonna be hot. Looks good on this side. So got to run our wiring down through here now. Plug it into our other connector. Give a bit of play into it so that way when the handlebars turn, don't tear apart. Okay, so all that's left to do now is just toddy up some wires. Put a connector on here. This is where I had it taped to before, so I got a connector on that now. That should be all good. Okay, so everything looks to be good. So everything is all tucked away. Everything's all coiled up. Everything's hooked on, ready to go. Should be all to it.